All right, guys, what's going on? So, breaking news: ChatGPT 4 was just released. It was released about 3 days ago. And in this episode of the podcast, I'm going to go over what's going on with ChatGPT 4, what can you expect going forward, and how, and most importantly, how to capitalize on this opportunity. Right? Keep in mind, if you're listening to this, you're one of the 1% of the 1%, and shout out to you because you're doing it. So, let's go ahead and get into this episode. So, 3 days ago, ChatGPT 4 was just released, and I took a little time just to see what exactly is happening, right? There's many opportunities out there with ChatGPT, and I knew that ChatGPT specifically will. It's going to take some time for people to really discover the true strength of GPT-4 specifically. I know ChatGPT, the more detailed you are, the better it is. And I realized, well, if it's not, if people aren't getting there and really getting in there and really, testing it out with different prompts, the feedback was not going to be genuine, right? So what I did, I waited a few days just to see what people are saying, and I'll tell you what's new. So ChatGPT 4 versus ChatGPT 3, the difference is more quote unquote neural networks. Neural networks are, what connects your brain, and this just gives you more background and details on life and what's going on in the world, right? And the newer version of ChatGPT, on surface level, it allows you to just, use it and you say, okay, yeah, that's a good answer, which we all have come to expect with ChatGPT. But I realized that the more deeper you go with your questioning, with your positioning, the better it is, right? And, at first I didn't think prompt engineering was going to be an actual job, but it turns out that not even the average person is not going to have the vocabulary and positioning to get the most out of what they're trying to do. So prompt engineering is going to be a job, safe to say. So let's go ahead and just go through some of this news, what's going on, what people are saying, and let's see what it is at. So this person right here says, is it the same as ChatGPT? Not quite. If ChatGPT is a car, then GPT-4 is the engine. I agree. The underlying of it. A powerful general technology that can be shaped down to a number of different uses. You may already have experience in it, but it's empowering Microsoft Bing. Can be used to power more than chatbot. Duolingo has a built version of it. Language apps. And if you're on the computer and you're looking at this, you can probably just listen to it in the background, study up. I'm just going to be reading this, for the record. Stripe is also a tool using it. It's chat room for scammers, assistive technologies. So what makes it better than the old version, right? Better than its old sibling. It can math questions better. It's tricky to giving false answers less frequently. Can score fairly higher on tests. That's another big one that came out. It also has a sense of ethics more firmly built into the system. ChatGPT took the original engine, GPT 3.5, which came out probably like 2 weeks ago, and added filters on it. Now those filters are built straight into GPT-4, meaning that the system will politely decline to perform tasks such as ranking races by attractiveness. Okay, whatever. Can't cause harm. Okay, so what people are saying basically, that's kind of BS article, is that ChatGPT 4 is better. It has more neural networks, but to get the most out of ChatGPT 4, you're gonna have to know how to prompt it correctly, right? And I did a section on prompting. Depending on what you're trying to do. And here's the secret, guys. Here's the secret to all of my courses. I've consulted people for thousands of dollars, and here's the secret that I tell them. You ready? Here's the secret. If you want ChatGPT to do something, just ask it. Just ask. The same way you would ask your mother, the smartest person on the planet, your dad, the expert in that field, Steve Jobs, just ask. That's the secret. Before, and people haven't coming around to this because they're so used to Google. Google's been around for, I think, 20 years now or something like that. So, we're used to positioning our questions in a certain manner, right? And you have to formulate. You can't put this word before this word because Google is not going to know how. The search articles is not going to know how to read that, and we don't know whether to, how to respond to that, right? But with ChatGPT, it understands natural language from all backgrounds. So let's say you type with a little slur, or you type, country. I don't even know how you can do that, but you can literally just ask in the natural way you ask it, and this what it does. This speeds up your use implementation. So you no longer have to say, okay, well, let me think about how to add. Okay, copy, type, backspace, type some more, backspace. Whatever's on your mind, put it into a question and just ask. And when you do that, you will be able to get the exact answer that you're looking for. And that's not something that people realize, especially first time users. I was guilty of this myself. I went through many different phases, with using ChatGPT. One of the first ones, I felt like it made me a little bit too much reliant on the software, and then I caught myself and I went back. And the second phase was, okay, now I know how to use the software, how to get the most out of it. So I realized, okay, you have to ask deeper questions than just, hey, write me a marketing plan for a barbershop. You have to go deeper than that. Area, what's your goals? What are you trying to achieve? Ask it to write you a marketing plan in the perspective of a XYZ type person. You got to get deeper. The third phase I realized is, okay, now that I'm aware of that, ChatGPT, I'm going to get another notification, made me write better, right? It helped me to process information better and also be able to use the information to go out and get what my desired purpose is. Meaning, let's say if I'm doing copywriting, or I'm writing a tweet, or I'm writing a LinkedIn post. Okay, what is my desired goal? Okay, my desired goal is to get people to do what? This. Okay, let me write with that desired goal in mind and position it so that people will continue to read until they reach my desired goal, and what I wrote will make them want to go to my desired goal and fulfill that, right? And now I'm on the next phase where, okay, in a world where everyone has AI and everyone has the tools, what's going to separate the people from everyone else? And I realized they're going to need people to be ChatGPT certified trainers. And that's literally the new program I'm launching. The reason I launched it is because of student demand, and also it hit me. ChatGPT itself is not going to replace people. It's going to be people using ChatGPT that will replace people. So what does this mean? Who's going to be the people that use ChatGPT? One, the people that understand ChatGPT, and the people who are, quote unquote, trained on ChatGPT. Well, where do they get their training? And this is where it really hit me. Okay, so they're gonna need somebody. There's a need for a ChatGPT certification course where people go in there, get trained on ChatGPT, and also go about using the information for specific companies. So who's gonna launch the training? Who's gonna create the training? Well, and I thought to myself, by the numbers, I'm the number one ChatGPT coach on the planet, and by the results that I give people, I've helped a guy build $1 million software from a $10 course. One of my students reached out to me. So, hey, this is a quick plug. Reach out to me on LinkedIn or my email. It's in the messages. Reach out to me. Let's talk. And I'll help you out for free. So, perfect. I'm the number one ChatGPT coach by result. I'm the number one ChatGPT coach by students. How can I capitalize on this? Well, who's better to create the ChatGPT certification course? Me. It has to be me. Who else could it be? So that's what I realized. Okay, there's a need for a ChatGPT certification course. There's gonna be people needed to be certified and trained on ChatGPT. Because think about it. Let's say you work in a $1 billion company, and they talk about ChatGPT, and they say, "Well, hey, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about ChatGPT?" Yeah, this is amazing. We have to learn more. Okay, well, how do we learn more? And you step up and say, "Hey, I know ChatGPT." Okay, well, where did you learn? Oh yeah, well, I watched a YouTube video, and I bought a Udemy course. It was $10. They're gonna look at you sideways. No offense. Hey, this is good. This is some top quality information, right? But it doesn't give you the certification of a certified ChatGPT trainer. This is more a broad overview, to take you from a beginner to an advanced user. But it doesn't, quote unquote, certify and train you on ChatGPT. Because I will continue. This more so shows you how to use ChatGPT. This new program is going to teach you to understand how to use ChatGPT so that you can fish for yourself. There's an old saying, teach a man to eat, give a man a fish, he eat for one day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. So as there's going to be new iterations of ChatGPT 4, ChatGPT 5, ChatGPT 6, and I'll continue in this course. I'll continuously have it to do updates, but in my certification program, I'm going to teach you how to think about the AI, how to get the desired results from the AI, so that any AI that comes out, and you'll be able to get your desired goal. Going forward, there's going to pretty much be a new AI release probably every few months. And if you don't have an understanding of how the underlying technology works, you'll never be able to achieve the full result that you want from it. And what I did, I took that information, I studied it, and I broke it down to the average language. So that you'll say, "Oh wow, hey, that's pretty simple." And that going forward, any new AI technology that comes out, you'll be well equipped to handle it. And it will be no issue for you. Okay, this is just a newer version, just like the iPhone. You know how to use iPhone. And when the new iPhone comes out, yeah, it has new features. Yeah, it has do this, but you have a fundamental understanding of the iPhone. When it first came out, people knew about it. They knew a little bit about it, but they didn't really use it for, all of the things we do now. Now it came out with apps. Now it came out with this, social media, so on and so forth. But it took a little bit of time for people to understand how to use the iPhone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to train people on the underlying use of the iPhone, quote unquote, ChatGPT, so that when the next technology comes out, you'll be able to use it to build on top of it, and explain it to people, and also show different people how to use it, so that in your job or in your field, you can become the expert of ChatGPT in said field. And I 100% think this is the best opportunity out there, because you all don't know this about me. I built 44 businesses in 2022. 44. And what I come to realize is software is going to become commoditized, which is the opportunity many people are going after. Unless it's for a specific use case, it's going to become commoditized. And the final frontier is information. What do I mean by that? The information to use that, to take what you know and take your ChatGPT knowledge and apply it into different fields. For example, let's say you're an engineer and you want to take all of your engineering knowledge and combine it with your newfound ChatGPT knowledge to turn into a superhuman. You'll now be able to do 100 hours of work in literally 1 hour. Yes, that's going to happen very soon. It's actually already happening, but engineering work is a little bit more complex. So you probably do 50 hours of work in 1 hour if you know what you're doing. And as time goes on, they're going to need engineers who are experts on ChatGPT to teach these billion-dollar businesses how to grow and advance with ChatGPT knowledge. So what does this mean for you if you're an engineer? This means that you can now become the ChatGPT expert in engineering, because I don't know engineering. So, I know marketing, I know e-commerce. I don't know engineering. That's one thing I don't know. My brother's an engineer, but that's another point. And they're going to say, hey, Joseph, come show our team how to use ChatGPT. How much do you want? How much do you want for you to come in there and show us? Think about it. This company makes $1 billion a year. One engineer's salary in the US is $250,000. What you're about to show them is either going to, let's say they have a team of 10 engineers, is either going to remove 5 of them or add 10 of them. Think about that. What you're literally about to show them is either going to make 5 of them, depending on the size of their business, redundant, or if they're in the growth stage, you're going to give those 10 men the power of 10 more men. Well, really like, it'll really be like five more per person. So you're literally adding 50 more engineers to their team. So what does this mean? The average engineer salary is somewhere in between $100,000 and $250,000. So when they come in and say, hey, Joseph, come show us how to do that. How much do you want? $300,000 for a consulting session is not a bad offer. In fact, that's a bargain. Because what you're going to show them, you're going to train their 10 team members, and they're now going to take that knowledge and 10x their productivity. The business will make more money. The boss will be happy. The owners will be happy. The stakeholders will be happy. You will be happy. The team will be happy. No one had to get fired. That's worth a lot of money to them. And becoming a ChatGPT certified trainer is the opportunity. The only reason I launched it is because I realized, keep in mind, I tried 44 different businesses. I realized that they're literally going to need people to come into these different businesses who are experts on this and to help them out. Well, how do they become experts? By watching YouTube videos? No, you have to take a training. Who's going to host the training? Why wouldn't it be me, the #1 ChatGPT coach on the planet? And you're already familiar with me. You already know my style. I'm sure if you're listening to this video, you got a lot of information from this course, and you're ready to go out there and attack. And I'm telling you now, as of today, it is March 17th. Becoming a ChatGPT certified trainer by March 2024 is going to be a done deal, and it's going to be one of the biggest, one of, if not the biggest business, the biggest opportunities in AI. you'll probably start to see it on the news by then. Jobs will probably request it to become an applicant. In fact, some jobs will request it to become an applicant. Have you got your ChatGPT certification course? I launched a program on LinkedIn, GPT University. That more on that will be coming soon. But if you want to become a certified ChatGPT trainer, and mark my words, it's the biggest opportunity in AI. Connect with me on LinkedIn. It's my name, Joshua Darrington. Connect with me. Let's talk. By this time, the program will probably be finished. You have to we'll do a free workshop where I give you the real sauce. I give you the real sauce of what's going on, and you'll be able to decide, well, okay, maybe I don't want to do this, or man, how do I get into it now, right? But regardless of that, if you join the webinar and the workshop, I'll give you everything that you need to be successful, besides the certification training. If you want to do that, you can, but everyone who joins the workshop will be able to leave with the newfound knowledge of ChatGPT and the opportunity ahead of them. The certification training is specifically more so for business professionals who this will help their career and job security, or if you're a business owner, you just want to gain some more knowledge on the new field, it's 100% for you as well. I don't recommend it for more so blue collar work, but if you're looking to branch outside of blue collar work and you want to be able to lock the full power of AI and ChatGPT, because this is only going to get more stronger, people. This is 100% the best opportunity. So I'm going to leave you all with that. This is another episode of the AI podcast with ChatGPT Josh. Oh, speaking of that, CNN just came out with a new article.
The company's CEO also says that GPT-4 is, quote, more creative than previous models and less biased. Let's bring in CNN senior business writer Samantha Murphy.
We're not going to watch all that, but I guarantee you within a year, they're going to have an article talking about ChatGPT certified trainers and why they're the most in-demand people. Trust me on this. I'm working on it. I'm putting in the groundwork. And I'll see you on the other side. Let's go.